Okay, so I wanted to talk about something with you all, and that is relationships, spirituality, and feeling like you can actually express your true beliefs, be your full self in your relationships, and how important this is to your overall success. Okay, so stick with me here. And this is going to be like very, very relevant for those of you that identify with the term, healers, light workers, coaches, um, you know, mentors in the more of the spiritual sense, self-development, personal development, line of work, versus like the very strategic marketing, like whatever. And, that is also now aligning with spirituality a bit more too. And that side of things. Sorry, a little wobbly there with my camera. So anyway, I wanted to talk about this because it's something that has been a challenge for me and for many of my clients, ladies in my audience, people I've talked to, and that is feeling safe. And I don't know if safe's necessarily the right word for everybody, but feeling comfortable, confident, safe to really talk about your beliefs, the things that light you up, that you follow, So for some, this could be human design, gene keys, it could be religion, it could be, talking about manifestation or, like anything, kind of in this realm of what I would say is like the 4D, like five, working towards our 5D selves, even talking about dimensionality, multidimensionality, and some of those things too would fall into this. So in relationships in particular, and I find this with women, I found this with myself, and this is still something that really comes up for me. So that's why I wanted to talk about it because, okay. So as if you've been watching my videos for any amount of time, I like to sometimes record from the park, and I happen to be a little closer to like the road than normal, and there's lots of loud trucks in this area, so they were just playing around. Anyway, so coming back to really, expressing yourself in relationships and this being a big challenge. Sorry, I'm like getting eaten alive by horseflies here. So I don't know if someone's trying to tell me not to record this video, but anyway, this challenge of feeling like you can be yourself, talk about what you believe, and be accepted for that. It's one of the biggest things that comes up for women in my spaces, and it's been one of my own biggest challenges with my success journey. And I don't want to just say business because it's beyond just business, but my business is based on, in large part, things that I believe that I've applied to myself to help me on my path to success. So yes, to making money, but even more so to building a life that I truly, truly love. And, a lot of these beliefs have always been there. I've realized, like, I've always believed in a higher power, but I've also always believed that, God, universe, source, and different gods from, different religions, that it's all the same thing. Like, I've always believed in something, but in large part, I shut off a lot of those beliefs because younger years, they weren't really very accepted by my family and some of my friends because I was friends with a lot of people from church that I knew. And I grew up in a Christian home, and they were very strict in their beliefs around Christianity. And it's not that I don't believe in Christianity, I just believe that it's it's all we're all the same. It's all the same God, it's all the same higher power, it's all the same. And beyond that, and in my personal development journey, I've started to, learn more about astrology, which is also, I believe, the same stuff. It's all the same. There's no like cosmos and then like a god and they're different. It's the same. And human design, which is also based in part on the I Ching, and that's used in the Chinese astrology in large part. So these were things that I had believed for a long time, but as I've gone throughout my journey, and I know many of the women that I've worked with and had conversations with, they've a lot of times had similar beliefs for much of their lives, but they've kind of not really talked about it. And as we've grown into ourselves, into our own personal development, our relationship often with the divine, God, universe, source, whatever you want to call it, has grown, and it becomes adjacent to our work, because it's really hard to separate it. And it's, first of all, it's important to know you're not your business. Your business is based on your beliefs and you love it, but it is not, your business is not your beliefs. Your beliefs are not your business. You are separate, because this does really impact business and success. And I've seen that firsthand, myself and in clients. So I just want to state that. But we do take it on as so personal oftentimes because it is something that we deeply believe in, and we've seen how it can impact ourselves and our clients when we connect to ourselves. And I also, taking that a step further, I believe that God, source, us, this is not everybody's belief, and that's okay, but I believe we all have God within us, and we are co-creating our realities alongside that higher power. And to talk about this in a video, for me, this is fairly new, even though I've believed it for a long time. These are parts of myself that I have in large part hidden because I've been performing, because I thought, well, if I talk about my beliefs like this, it might limit who wants to work with me. Some people in my world, in different religions, or who maybe weren't religious at all, they might hear what I have to say and they wouldn't believe me. They wouldn't follow me anymore. They wouldn't buy from me. And that was something that I was nervous and scared about. So that's one relationship, like our business relationships, of course. And it does impact us a lot there. But then in our personal relationships, and this is like the deeper thing, is I believe that, at our core, one of the shared, if not the biggest, like, fear amongst us as humans is being separated from those we love, from our tribe, from the collective, and being cast out, being not loved, not accepted. And one of the deepest desires for most people is the desire to be loved and accepted for who we are. And that's why oftentimes, oh my God, sorry, these flies, it's insane. But it's why oftentimes that we shut off these parts of ourselves and we don't express them. So when I talk about authentic expression, it's not just saying like, oh, this is what I think you're doing wrong in your business. It's much deeper than that. It's this part of us that we believe isn't going to be widely accepted, or it will be shunned, it will be made wrong. And in our deepest relationships, so for many, if you're in a romantic relationship, this can really be a big thing, but it's also in your family relationships, friends, this fear that if you start to express all of you, that you won't be accepted, you won't be loved. And for me, I've realized that this was one of the big things that did hold me back, and I've recognized this in some of my clients as well, which is why I wanted to talk about it. It's because the desire to be loved at many points in my business and in my clients' businesses has really kind of like outweighed the desire for the success and the money. And for me, for a long time, I thought it was like, well, if I get rich, maybe they won't love me, I won't be accepted anymore. And that definitely is a real fear as well. But beyond that, if your business is based on these beliefs, the spirituality, the human design, whatever it is that's your thing, that this fear of if I really talk about this in my business and in my relationships, I know I need to talk about it in my business, but if I do, and it's I have to talk about it in my relationships and I'm not accepted, it's kind of this like I would rather be, I think I said this already, sorry, I'm getting distracted by what's going on around me at the park here, but um, you know, that this feeling of I want so badly to be loved and accepted, and this isn't a conscious thing for most people. I just want to say that I would rather have that than the success. So we don't talk about it because we think if we allow those parts of ourselves, those deepest, most vulnerable pieces of us out, that they won't be accepted. And if we do that in our business, a lot of times too, then we fear like the impact it'll have in our personal lives, or vice versa, right? So, and this is just one example, of course, of authentic expression, but it's not just a matter of, again, like telling your clients what they're doing wrong and like speaking your mind about like what you think about what's going on in the political situation. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's you being yourself at your core and feeling safe in all relationships, in all spaces, in all aspects of your life, being who you want to be, sharing the beliefs that you have with the world and not fearing what might come from that, of what people might think, that you might not be loved. Because the thing is it's always something, it's either this or better. And meaning whatever's happening right now, like this is your reality. And the more you stay stuck, you're not gonna allow anything better to come in, and you're trying to control, keeping the people that you love close to you by holding back and hiding these parts of yourself. But in doing so, sorry, I totally lost my train of thought there. But in doing so, hold on. In hiding those parts of yourself, you hold yourself back from creating the life that you really want. Here we go. This or better. And I could cut this stuff out, but I'm totally going to leave this all in because this is authentically me. When you try to control your current reality, when you hold back parts of yourself to try to be more loved, to be accepted because you don't know if people will accept it, or oh, you might be too much if you do or say those things, you are denying yourself what God, source, universe has in store for you, because it's this or better. And when you decide that it's this or better, you break the loop, you break the pattern that's been repeating and cycling and keeping you stuck. But in large part, you're stuck for many people. And if you've resonated with this message so far, if you're still here, this is for you. If you're letting yourself be stopped and be stuck by what other people think, by the fear of losing love, of losing those closest to you, I promise you that you are keeping yourself from so much. And I know this from my own personal experience, and I've faced it multiple times over, from abundance and money to truly actually being loved for who I am. So I hope this message resonates with you, and I would love to see your comments below. If you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you click like and subscribe on the video so you see more of these in the future. And also join me in my Unleashed and Authentically Expressed community over on Telegram. The link is in the description here on YouTube. And if you're watching this somewhere else, then come over to YouTube, grab that. Because it is such an amazing community, and I'm so excited to grow it. We are just kicking off, and it's a spot for authentic connection and where you're celebrated for your authentic expression, and a place where you can feel safe coming into that space. And if you want to take that even a step further and you'd like my direct support with this, I do have a new mastermind starting, and this is going to be going multiple times throughout the year, but the next round is opening up, and it's called Unfiltered Ascension. And if you are ready to go ascend completely unfiltered, fully as yourself, that might be the space for you too. So you can reach out to me either on Telegram or on Facebook about that. So I will talk to you soon, and thank you for watching.